headlines, beginning with Kobe's response to Phil Jackson. Jackson writes in his new book that Jordan was a better all-around player than Kobe, more patient, a better defender, and a better leader. Kobe weighed in on Twitter, quote, "Wonder what the perception would be if Jordan played with Shaq instead. Hashtag different roles, hashtag different career paths, hashtag I'm too old to read hashtags." Mike, Phil was talking skills, not perceptions, wasn't he?
Well, I think what Kobe is suggesting is that Phil's perception would be different if Michael had played with Shaq. And yeah, that's, to me, a perfectly legitimate thing to propose and suppose. You know, I'm glad that Kobe took very much the high road here and didn't come back and sort of have a war. I think Phil Jackson, who coached both of them, you know, Phil's only talked about these things privately, Tony, for years. And I've been able to hear some of Phil's opinions privately. They were private until Phil made them public for the first time. And I think it's difficult because anytime you have this conversation, it seems like you're knocking Kobe. There's no need to do that. There's nothing wrong. There's no criticism of Kobe Bryant from a basketball perspective that is valid. But some of us think Michael Jordan was a greater player, and Phil's one of them.
If Twitter ever dried up, Kobe would be homeless in the streets, wheeling a supermarket cart, okay? I don't see that he's taking the high road in this. What I hear in this is he says, I'm every bit as good as Michael Jordan was.
Right.
And I'm being penalized because I played alongside another great player.
But
so
is
he's
it
not
okay for him to
Scottie
believe
Pippen
that?
as well.
But isn't it okay for Kobe to believe that, being the competitor that he is?
It's fine, but I'm not sure he's taking the high road. He's saying I'm every bit as good. And that's for, you know, Phil Jackson coached them both. He can say what he wants.
He can. Yeah. He can, and he's sort of the ultimate arbiter of this, isn't he? I think to those of us from the outside, but I understand
if Jordan played with Shaq, they would have won 9 titles. They would have.
Very well could.
Yeah.